Hello, Unshaven Phil again. I'm going to show you how to set up a Google Hangout using Google Calendar. How to actually schedule the meeting. So if we go back to the, if you watch the video on how to create a Google account, you end up in a place like this, okay? But you can also get to Google Calendar by clicking the link in the tutorial thing. Where is it? Right here it says calendar.google.com. So click that and you can go there. Or if you're signed in to Google, you can click on this thing right here and then click calendar. Alright, so when is your meeting? That's the first question, because you're actually going to set up an event. And if it's a recurring meeting, you can set it up as a recurring event. So it's a brand new account, so it's got a couple of things here that it wants to do. I'm going to assume that I'm scheduling a missional community, and that missional community meets on Wednesdays at 6:30. So I'm going to go ahead and put in here for 6:30 to 9, and our missional community. So I've got the time in there, and I'm going to add guests, but first it's better to add conferencing. So I clicked add location and conferencing. Now I'm going to click add conferencing, and it attaches a Google Hangout to it. The next thing that I want to do is to add the guests. The reason I didn't do this before is it would have already emailed them, and then when I added the Hangout, it would email them again. It's just confusing. So you may have watched the Gather Emails video. If you did, you would have ended up with a comma-separated list of email addresses, just the email addresses, no names. Once you get that, copy it, and come back over here, and we're going to click Add Guests. Alright, so I paste those in there, and this is really funny. I'm about to invite Praise Charts and Samaritan.org to a missional community meeting. Yeah, that's a bad idea. I'm going to get rid of those real quick, and I'm going to invite myself a different email address. Okay, so I put that in there. I'm going to hit return, and you can see, yeah, no thanks. You can see that I'm added down here. Now I'm going to click save, and it's going to ask me if I want to send an invitation email to Google Calendar guests, and of course I do. And I'm going to click send. I'm going to show you what that email looks like. Hold on for a sec. Still holding on? I'm super fast. Okay, I'm over here looking at the email. I'm in my mail program. This is Apple Mail, and you may see that this is actually in my junk folder. So remember, it's a possibility that your members, it could go to junk mail just like anything. There's nothing you can do about this. This is a Google email address that it's sending it from, so there's no reason to call it junk. One thing that they can do, though, is go ahead and add this to contacts. Add that email address to contacts. Okay. Actually, there is something you can do about this, but each person has to do it for themselves. Okay. Anyway, here is the email itself. I'm going to go ahead and move this to inbox. Again, this is a problem that only people with Apple, well, this is a problem that people with Gmail will not have. Alright, so here is the invitation, and you can see on it right here is a link to join video call, or I could click more details, but the easiest thing is to just click join video call, and once I do, it's going to open up a browser, and it's, you've seen this before if you watched the other video. No, you haven't. Okay, you have to allow it to have access to your microphone and camera. And then I get to join the Hangout. And that is how you schedule a meeting for a Google Hangout.